just hasn't imposed himself in the way that I think a lot of people were expecting this afternoon, based on the sort of character he is and the sort of snooker that he's played in the tournament. But as I say, Cao has made 6 half-century breaks in the 4 frames. Well, in fact, one of them was in one of the frames that he lost. But even so, he has scored well.
Gets a tap on the table from Neil Robertson. That was well played. There's always a worry that you don't know where the red that you play is going to end up. It's ended up in a bad place. Gifted an early chance here to Neil Robertson.
1.6. 7.
Well, it's the red above the black that's the issue here. As to whether it pots anywhere, Neil sort of had one look at it. Didn't go in there. Don't think it goes in the other pocket either, but the black below it certainly will pot. So they might be able to get it into play within a few shots, that red. Well, there must be a slight concentration issue, because it's not the first ball this afternoon he's missed where A, he thought it was in, and B, he was trying to get the cue ball into a certain area, and he's surprised it stayed up. Took his eye a fit, maybe. Bad time for that to happen when your opponent is playing so well. I was going to say that with a little bit of pace, these shots are not easy into that pocket.
1.
Well, Neil had a real let-off there. And he'd be most relieved to see
8.
Cao Yupeng just fall at the first hurdle, if you like, missing the opening red. And he needs to just get a little
9.
bit of pace on, get some rhythm into his game, the kind of rhythm that was there last night. How well he played. First 4 frames against John Higgins, almost perfect snooker. Today has been different. Different opponent, one that he's expected to beat.
16.
May have played a part in how he's played up until now.
17.
Well, it's terrific cue power, and he's very, very unlucky there. Cue ball just absolutely just topped straight through the bunch. Gathering speed all the way. Unlucky.
Robertson, 17.
It's going to be a difficult shot to keep anything going, having finished awkwardly. And he's got a pretty slender lead of 29 points where the balls are, having been in twice.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if he played it as a shot to nothing, but it isn't safe.
One.
Very well done now. A second chance in a frame that Neil Robertson needs to win, but this is for Cao Yupeng. We know how solid he's been, as Dave said, all those 50-plus breaks in this match. Another one of that kind or a bit more would do him very nicely.
8.
Still going at 95% pot success. He's actually missed 3 pots. And one of them was earlier in the frame. The other one
9.
was the black that would have taken him to a 2-0 lead.
16.
Yeah, his actual stats are 155 shots, 148 potted, so it's actually 7 pots. Not bad going. We're into frame 7.
Well, certainly a couple of those were times where the frame was well and truly won.
The
test for him is going to come this evening if he gets close to the winning line, because that's uncharted territory for him. But he has the opportunity to take a big lead into the evening session. If he wins this frame, then the last of the afternoon becomes massive, with the chance to lead 6-2.
Certainly. And that would be a lead that very few people could have imagined would happen. Anyway, he's not there yet. He's not even in front at the mid-session interval. He can only be assured of one thing, that it'll be at worst level.
42.
Just all been sort of scraps from Robertson so far. Hasn't, as I said earlier, imposed himself.
Not the perfect cannon.
Thank you. 49.
He's only got a very tight cue action. There's not really a lot in there that's moving, not too many moving parts. He's not free-flowing, which is one thing that's against him. But under pressure, it seems to hold up pretty well.
45.
Can't make a 1-4-7 break if you're out of form, I don't think, and that's what he did in one of his earlier matches. Well, he's done nothing but play on the long red here.
52.
Well, that was the best part about the previous shot, that he had an angle on the pink to get onto a red. However, he isn't perfect. And if he needs the rest, it might be quite a difficult shot to get to. And it looks difficult to reach without the rest as well. This is a stretch. Not missing very much though, is he? Frame ball here.
No, this is really impressive. 7.5 centuries now. And barring snookers, it's going to be 5-2 to Cao Yupeng.
Yes, he needs to be very careful with this shot. Don't play it half-heartedly, because one snooker where the yellow and the brown are won't be very much. So this has really got to go in, I think. I think that's a very sloppy shot indeed.
Cao Yupeng,
He should not have
67.
played it left-handed. He should have played it with whatever equipment he needed to drop it in. This is still not over, I can tell you that. You could see this coming. Rushed into that shot.
One.
Well, if the black goes in and goes into bulk, I think Yupeng is sure to be in a snooker next shot. All this was avoidable. Anyone can miss a ball, but he took it easy there, playing it left-handed.
Eight. Robertson, 8.
Well, I know Ronnie O'Sullivan is watching this, and you're one of the best left-handed players around for right-hander, Ronnie, but I thought he's a little careless on that last red, Yupeng.
Yeah, I mean, stretching. If you're playing it with your normal hand and you're stretching, you can kind of get away with it. But when you're playing with your weaker hand and you're stretching, you're virtually guaranteed to miss it, especially down the cushion like that. You know, only just half a pocket. So, and like you said, where the yellow and brown was, that red was a massive ball. So, I'm like you, Neil. I'd have rather seen him either play a good safety or get the rest out and just make sure the red. I mean, if he misses this yellow now and loses his frame, it's a big frame to lose. Great hit.
Yeah, indeed. Great hit it was. And even better. Well, there you are. I think Ronnie was right. However, that is quite a twist in the tail, isn't it? How's he potted that? Goodness me. Thanks to Ronnie for now. Crucial frame and danger averted there, I'd say.
Cao Yupeng, 2.
Incredible, isn't it? You'd have, on the one hand, the logic of snooker, on the other hand, the chaos of the game, which we saw come to the fore there, fluking the yellow out the snooker. Robertson did nothing wrong. He laid the trap, but Cao was just lucky. So there's now 32 in it, and that means there's 2 snookers required.
And if you've got your opponent in a snooker when they need snookers, as was nearly the case there, that's what you need. I mean, Robertson could just hit a little bit of that, but he couldn't really get one back. Well, Neil is still trying because it is 2 snookers, so he's not out of the frame entirely, but there was that situation on the yellow where he really was in with a chance. Well, he was good enough to hit it, but he knew nothing about the yellow going in.
3.
So that's the end of that frame. And Cao Yupeng is guaranteed to be in front coming back tonight. The question now, by how many?
Cao Yupeng, 3.
Neil Robertson is just looking at the scores. 35 behind.
Yeah.
He nods his head to concede.